Hello, hello, my friend. We've got a full moon this week. Our moon is transiting through some beautiful energy this week. It is an opportunity to end a cycle as we begin a new one. Hey, my friend, Danie Simuni's here, your spiritual healer, helping you find clarity on your spiritual journey. One of my favorite things to do is to help you remember who you are, why you came here. And we do that through the lens of astrology. That way, we clear away those limiting beliefs, those generational paradigms, the societal paradigms, the ancestral paradigms that no longer serve who you are, my friend. I'm excited to be here to share this weekly forecast as we do every single week. This week, we've got our beautiful full moon in Sidereal Virgo. So let's get started. And be sure to stay to the end, because if you want to learn more about this Pisces season and this Pisces energy, I got something special for you. Okay, here we go. Let's find the screen that has, I have too many screens up. Do you guys ever do that where you have like way too many screens up? You have way too many things going on. I need to shut myself off there. Goodbye. Hello, YouTube. I am streaming this live on YouTube. So I didn't make the time. Let's just put it that way. So I'm like, let's just go live. Let's just do it, because we record this live anyways. It's not like I'm sitting here. Okay, here we go. Enough of my ramblings. Okay, we kick off our week here. This is April 3rd through the 9th, 2023. We are in Sidereal Pisces season. As you can see, our sun is in the beautiful energy of Pisces, along with Chiron and Jupiter. These guys are all conjunct, even though Jupiter, it's right on that border for me. It's 6 degrees apart. So it's right on that border for me of really pulling away. But we are really still connected to that Chiron energy as well as that Jupiter energy. So let's dive in with where our moon is. So we look for our moon right here, crescent moon. We begin our week in Leo. So Leo is a fire energy. So there's just this motivation to just get out there, to do something, to put yourself out there, to really be seen. Leo loves to be seen. Leo needs to be acknowledged. Leo needs to feel like it is part of something. And so there is definitely this energy of pulling us forward at the very beginning of this week here with getting into that Leo energy, getting into that, our own leadership and being seen and being visible. So really good pull here. This actually came from our weekend. If you chose wisely and took that weekend to rest, then this is some really good fuel for you. Now, if you didn't, and you didn't really get that rest time in, Leo could feel a little draining for you. Now, we move into Tuesday. We move out of Leo and into Virgo as we prepare for our full moon on Wednesday in Virgo. So at 0 degrees here, 8 a.m. Here in Central Texas, we have Virgo energy. So Virgo is an earth sign, so things start to ground in. So there's this big boost of energy. We had Sunday, Monday, and then the energy kind of dissipates a bit, and we kind of ground into things, get into things, start doing the work. Really good, productive, like getting things done, checking things off the to-do list. Really good energy for that at the beginning of this week with that Monday energy and this Tuesday, and even moving into Wednesday, because Virgo is all about the systems, the structures, the habits, the daily routine, our health, and taking care of ourselves, and what we're really doing in our lives to really set us up for success. Now, we have routines and habits that we are pursuing every single freaking day, my friend. This is literally what we do every single day, right? However, the difference being is, are those habits and routines setting us up for what we desire, or are they holding us back? And so, every month when our moon moves through Virgo, it's a really beautiful time for us to look at that and be like, what's not working? Like, what hasn't been working these past 30 days? What can I really implement these next 30 days to really like change the system and tweak the things? For me, I have a goal this year of reading quite a few books, right? It's always 12, and I never get anywhere near that. And I've already probably read half, if not more, of that goal in the first quarter of this year. So, and that's because I implemented the habit of reading at least 10 pages of a book every single day. And oftentimes I'm doing that twice a day now because I'm so into what I'm reading. Right now, if you go to Instagram, you can see what I'm reading. I just posted it on my Instagram. You can find me over there at Danie C. Muniz, DANIE CMUNIZ. All right, let's take a look at Wednesday. We're still in this beautiful Virgo energy. And we are in our full moon energy. So we've been in the full moon energy from Monday and moving into Wednesday. And then we're going to be there till about Friday. So this whole entire week, we're going to be in this full moon energy. I do want to specifically show you that full moon chart. And I'm going to show you that after we go through where our moon is hanging out. Because remember, we want to know where our emotional energy is going to be this week, because that is what the moon rules. That is how we are guided, right, throughout the month, and how this energy is affecting us. And we use this as information, my friend. It's just like a map, right? It's information. It's just telling us some information that we can then use to our advantage to give us a heads up of like, hey, there's, we look at this is so funny. I look at the forecast. Now, if you were to talk to to my love, to my baby, he would say, don't look at the forecast. He has one day I'm going to bring him on and have him share some stuff, but he does not look at the forecast. He has really strong beliefs around that whole thing. So he always laughs at me. And, when I look at him, he's like, okay, it's going to rain today. Right. But I'm somebody, maybe you are too, who looks at the forecast, right? I grew up watching the news. So this was norm for me of just to see what the weather was going to be. I'm a Capricorn rising. I want to know what I should wear when I'm going outside. Should I wear pants? Should I wear a tank top? Should I wear a dress? What's the weather going to be like? Should my hair be down? Should it be back? Right? I think of these things. Am I the only one that thinks of these things? Let me know if you think of these too. But that's the thing, right? I prepare. I look at the forecast and be like, okay, it's going to be a cooler day today, so I'm going to take my jacket. It's the same thing that we're doing with this astrological energy with the stars, with the planets, is we're just looking to say, hey, where's this stuff going to be? What's kind of going on this week? So I know how to work with it. Okay, enough of that. Let's move on. Thursday, we will be moving out of that Virgo energy and into Libra energy. So when we move into Libra's an air sign. Okay. So we went from fire, which is very action oriented movement. It's really like getting things going, right? You can think of a lot of people look at fire energy as that motivation. I just wish I had the motivation. Fire energy tends to be that, especially if you filled your cup. Now, if you didn't fill your cup during our water energy, then it kind of can feel more draining than anything, right? So we had that fire, then we kind of brought it down and kind of cultivated it right within our area with our earth energy. And now in our air energy, this is going up to our thoughts and our thinking. And this is way more mental energy. So come Thursday, Friday, there's a lot of thoughts going to be going on, a lot of thinking going on. So use that to your advantage, my friend. If you're somebody who's trying to figure something out, trying to write something, wanting to research something, that's a really good time to use that mental energy. Now, if you're somebody who is an overthinker, it's going to get amplified for you. So find ways to release that, right? Grab your journal and start journaling. Get those thoughts out because it needs to get out. Just like the fire energy needs to get moved, right? And the earth energy needs to dig in. Air needs to move out as well. So we need to get those thoughts out. We need to move the energy. Okay. So we have that Thursday, we have that Friday, and we have that moving into Saturday. And as it's doing this, it's also coming, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's hitting these guys right here. So this is our North Node, Mercury, and Uranus. And when I talk about the full moon, I'll bring these guys in, but there's this really big energy that we can use towards the latter half of this week. Okay, let's get into Sunday where we move into the beautiful energy of Scorpio. So we will begin our next week in Scorpio, which is a water sign, which is really taking those thoughts and those ideas and that research, right? That kind of research here, right? Surface energy, and we dig it deeper. This is where we get deeper into that information. It's like, the rabbit hole? You never gone down the rabbit hole? Like Scorpio energy is down that rabbit hole, really diving deeper. Great time for healing work, great time to unearth what is beneath, right? What is beneath the surface. Really good time to bring that forward during our Scorpio season. Also really good time to get some rest and relaxation in, really getting into like taking a bath, drinking more water, being near water, since it is a water element. All right, that is it for that. Let me go ahead and stop that share and let me bring on our next chart that I want to share with you, which is our full moon in Virgo, my friend. Full moon in Virgo happening Wednesday, and it's happening late in the evening on Wednesday. But really, Danielle? Okay, can't share screen. There we go. It's just been one of those. There we go. Okay. It is happening at 11:08 p.m. Central. So adjust accordingly to your time frame. But here we have our moon, right? We always look for our moon. Where's she at? She's right here, 20 degrees in Virgo, and she is in direct opposition to our sun right here. And that's actually not 100% accurate because she should be a little bit over. It's not that big of a deal, so I'm not going to change it, but it's probably like 11:30. It's probably not 11:08. It's probably like 11:30. Okay, moving into what our chart says here. So first thing we look at is we always look at the opposition, right? The sun and the moon are always in opposition. The really beautiful thing is that they're two opposite energies. Pisces is the energy of transcendence, right? It's the energy of, bringing things first off to an end. It's the subconscious. It's really the cultivation of all the zodiac signs, right? It's the last of the zodiac signs. It's the end of the year for us here. And it's kind of like this bringing of things like to completion, to an end, or things coming up that are ready to end, right? That we've kind of been not dealing with the entire year. And it's like, it's time to deal with it, right? This is where that Pisces energy comes in. Now, Virgo, on the other hand, it's about the 3D. It's about the mundane. It's about the day-to-day task. It's like we're looking at 3D versus 5D, right? It's like we're looking at this reality versus like the divine, right? The transcendence, like it's such a different energy. And so Virgo is very much into the day to day and into the material and into what is around me and what I can see, I can feel, I can touch, right? It's very much into the tactical things of this reality. And Pisces, like, been there, done that, time to go on, right? Time to move forward. And so just that alone, if we just look at that energy, it's like, how are our day-to-day habits, routines, patterns fitting in to what we're ready to start this new year with? I keep, when I started talking about Pisces season in our new moon intention setting circle, I started telling the ladies, like, this is an end. This is our ending of the year. So what are we ready to end as we begin our new year? And think about it. What did you leave behind in December that you didn't want to bring into January? Or did you bring it in? Did you bring something in from last year, from 2022 into 2023? Well, if you did, we got an opportunity right now with Pisces and Virgo to say, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I am not going to keep that same energy that I had, right? That does not serve the vision of me in 3 years, me in 5 years, me in 10 years. I am not bringing that in. I'm ready to release that. And this full moon is that opportunity to do that, because a full moon energy, where new moon is about intention setting and visioning for the cycle ahead for this next season, the full moon is about celebrating, first off, how far we've come, what we've been able to accomplish, the awareness that we've gained during this time, the deeper understandings, and to release the things that no longer fit that vision. No longer fit that vision. So if you've set the intention and you started working that intention and you've gotten to this place and you're like, okay, I can see how some of the patterns, some of the habits, some of the things that I've been doing on the day-to-day are not serving me. I'm ready to release them. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to release that. My friend, there's a million ways that you can release during a full moon. One of the simplest and probably most common is to write out what you're ready to release. I like to do this in a nice meditation. I like to set a candle, right? I like to do whatever rituals you like to do to create a space, a sacred space for you. Set up some sacred space for yourself. I usually have some incense on, or I'll have my diffuser on. I'll use some certain oils depending on what I'm working on. And I will allow myself to bring forward some honesty and some truth. And I will just write and write and write. And then I'll take that, I'll fold it up, and I'll release it. And that can be burning it. I know that's a common one. Sometimes I'll tear it up into a million pieces because that feels so good. Sometimes I'll just bury it into earth because that feels right. My friend, there's a number of ways to do it. I'm just sharing a couple of thoughts and ideas on things that I do. Or if you just want to close the book, like you have a book that is just for these full moon releases, or is for any release you want, and you write it in there. And once you write it in there, it's done, it's gone. You close the book and you say goodbye. It can be that simple, my friend. It's all about the intention behind it. Don't worry about the visions around you. Don't worry about the things around you. Don't worry about that. Just have that intention to release it, my friend. All right. This full moon is not only inviting us for that, but I'm going to add an extra layer onto it, because we don't just look at that, right? We don't just look at it. Oh, it's in Virgo, so it's about releasing, right? It's about releasing our habits and our systems, right? No, it's not just about that. There's more to it. I'm going to give you this deeper layer. As we look at this, we can see that our sun is in conjunction with Chiron and Jupiter. I'll make this really simple for us to see, take all that noise away. We have Chiron and Jupiter surrounding our sun. Our sun is our consciousness. It's our core personality. It's who we are, right? At the very, very core. Now, when we look at Chiron and Jupiter, Chiron's our deepest wounds. Chiron is the wounds from the past. It's from this lifetime. It's from past lifetimes. It's the wounds that are ready to be healed, right? When we bring them into consciousness. And that's what is happening right now. And that's why there is a lot of different things happening in our world right now, where things are old past wounds are being brought forward. I've been hearing, sadly, my friends, I've been hearing about different people who are struggling right now. And it's because those old ideas and those old wounds are coming forward, and we are not trained. We are not taught to teach, to learn. We are not taught. Let me get this. My head is just going. We are not taught how to deal with this. We are not taught how to work with this. We are not taught how to heal. And that's why I am here. And this is why I do the work. And that's why there's tons of healers out there that are doing work. Find one that you resonate with. If you resonate with me, if you like my energy, there's probably a link down in the description box. Book a session with me if you're feeling some kind of way about some stuff, you're ready to heal some stuff, because this, my friend, you don't have to be in suffering. You don't have to be in fear. You don't have to, and some of that stuff is coming up right now. And it feels like you're lost. I had a girl who I used to coach a couple years ago reach out to me like, I need some help. I need some support. And I was like, I'm here. What do you need? Like, I know there's we've been struggling the past couple of years. Many of us have been struggling, and there's the repercussions that are now starting to happen. And this energy right now is just amplifying that. You know, Jupiter is about growth and expansion. So it is going to expand whatever is there. So if there's misery and there's hurt and there's pain and there's anger, it's going to expand. Okay. If there's love and there's light and there's peace and there's joy, it's going to expand. Which would you rather be in, my friend? Let's heal what needs to be healed so that we can move forward. And so the moon, as I was mentioning earlier, when I was doing that forecast and telling you where the moon was going to be, the moon is going to be connecting with the rest of these guys over this next couple of days. So after this full moon and into the rest of this week, it's going to be connecting with our communication. It's going to be connecting with our version of us, of who we are choosing to become in this lifetime, where our soul is wanting to evolve, and then our uniqueness, our energy of being ourselves, and all the quirks, all the things that make us who we are and so special. And then we get into our beauty, our love, and our relationship with our worthiness, our worth. And so all of this is coming up over this next rest of this week, from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Our moon will be connecting with these guys right here. And so take the rest of this week and do some really beautiful work, really beautiful work to help you release and let go whatever it is that you are not bringing into this new year. And I'm going to say it's especially around those deeper wounds, around the daily routines. And when I say daily routine, I am not just saying your morning routine. I am not just saying your evening routine. How are you getting ready? How are you taking care of yourself? I'm talking about the way that you approach your day, the way that you show up in your day, the way that you even look at how you are creating in your day, how you are being in your day. We're talking about you and how you are showing up. That is what this energy is about, my friend. And that is what this is here for. My friend, if you want to learn more about Pisces season, if you want to learn more about this energy that we are in, if you want some rituals to help you work through this energy as we have stepped into spring and are clearing the way, doing some shadow work, we've got some really cool rituals in our Pisces season guidebook. In there, you'll find information, more information about Pisces just in general, this particular Pisces season, what's going on with Mercury and Mars and all the other planets, as well as crystals that will help support you during this time that I highly recommend for Pisces season, as well as essential oils combinations that will really help move this energy as we're flowing through all of this beautiful healing and ready to release and let go, grounding us in. We've got a couple of really powerful energies. One of my favorite for Pisces is tangerine. You can find more about why I love Pisces, why I love tangerine for Pisces season inside that guidebook, plus weekly journal prompts. Every single week, there is a journal prompt for you to focus on for the energy for that week, for you to explore during this Pisces season. My friend, you can find that down below in the description box. And that wraps us up. All right, my friend, that wraps us up for our Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of April 3rd through the 9th. Danie Simonese here, your spiritual healer, intuitive astrologer, keeping it real with Sidereal. My friend, remember, close your eyes and just take a deep breath together. And find peace.